Brace yourself. The world teeters on the edge of chaos. Plagues, wars, floods, and fires, ancient scriptures scream of divine wrath unleashed on humanity's sins. These aren't just dusty tales. They're haunting echoes of disasters unfolding right now. Picture cities swallowed by rising seas, skies choked with ash, lives shattered by conflict. If catastrophe strikes again, it won't just repeat the past, it'll dwarf it 1,000 times worse. Can we outrun fate, or are we doomed to relive history's darkest moments? Dive in as we unravel this heart-pounding question. Genesis paints a terrifying scene, a flood so ferocious it erased a corrupt world. 7,000 years ago, a real cataclysm around the Black Sea may have birthed this legend. Imagine it, a roaring wall of water from the Mediterranean, smashing through the Bosphorus, drowning 100,000 square kilometers in a merciless surge. Marine archaeologists, wielding 3D maps, uncovered ancient shorelines and freshwater shells trapped under saltwater graves. This was no myth. It was a cataclysm that reshaped lives and lands. Can you feel the terror of those swept away? Today, that nightmare creeps closer. Climate scientists sound the alarm. Global warming is melting polar ice at a breakneck pace. NASA's satellites reveal Greenland and Antarctica dissolving, poised to devour coastlines. Just 1 meter of rising sea could rip millions from their homes, erase centuries of culture, and leave history drowned in silence. If the ice caps vanish entirely, seas could surge 60 meters, turning our world into a watery abyss. The Bible swore no more floods, but nature? It makes no promises. Are we scripting our own doom with every puff of smoke we ignore? Floods are only the start. Ancient Egypt's 10 plagues, rivers bleeding red, locusts devouring crops, darkness swallowing hope, sound like divine fury. Our investigations suggest these were natural horrors, like algal blooms or volcanic ash, twisted into legend. Yet their toll was real: starvation, disease, despair. Flash forward to today. Haiti's 2010 earthquake crushed 200,000 souls. Wildfires in Australia and California torched millions of acres. These aren't just disasters, they're screaming warnings. Will we listen, or let history repeat its brutal lesson? Then there's Sodom and Gomorrah, cities incinerated by fire from the heavens. In Jordan, archaeologists unearthed Bab Edra and Numera, frozen in time around 3250 BCE. A 60-centimeter ash layer, collapsed towers, and scattered bones whisper of an earthquake igniting sulfur deposits, a flammable curse buried in the Dead Sea's heart. Picture Pompeii, 79 CE, where Vesuvius's wrath entombed a thriving city in ash. These ruins scream a truth: nature can erase us in hours. Are we next? The Book of Revelation dials up the dread with its 4 horsemen: conquest, war, famine, death. Their shadows loom large. War ravages Ukraine and Gaza, displacing millions. Famine claws at Yemen, where 16 million starve per UN cries. Diseases, pandemics, superbugs stalk our hospitals. Death, the final horseman, binds them, a grim reminder that our wired world amplifies every threat. One spark, one outbreak, and entire nations could crumble. Can you hear the hoofbeats drawing near? Some texts warn of stars falling, a cosmic apocalypse. Our sources at Real World Channel have probed these claims, often tied to celestial cataclysms, but we're skeptical. No hard evidence confirms a civilization-ending strike in human history. The 1908 Tunguska blast, a meteor flattening 2,000 square kilometers, hints at the danger, but tales of cosmic doom feel more symbolic than imminent. NASA tracks Apophis, a 370-meter asteroid with a faint chance of hitting Earth in 2029 or 2036, packing a punch like 100,000 Hiroshima bombs. Yet, we suspect these stories amplify fear over fact. The real threat is closer, too close. Our cities, packed with fragile gas lines, power grids, and skyscrapers, teeter on fault lines like California's San Andreas. It's been 150 years since a major quake, but seismologists warn the big one looms within decades. Los Angeles, bursting with millions, could collapse in seconds. Add nuclear arsenals and climate tipping points, and we're not just tempting fate, we're taunting it. Picture it: gas lines erupting, cities burning, millions trapped. What would you do when the ground betrays you? Yet, amidst this dread, there's a spark of hope. History's scars, floods, fires, quakes, teach us resilience. Japan's earthquake-proof buildings, global pushes for renewable energy, and communities uniting against disaster show we can fight back. The Bible's warnings, divine or not, demand we act. We've built this fragile world. We can rebuild it stronger. The clock ticks louder every day. Will we rise to the challenge or let our story end in ashes? The choice is ours. Choose wisely.